What's up, guys? Welcome to Beneath the Bark Wood Shop. Here is our first project. We are doing a little 9x11 sign for my mom's candle shop. My mom, by the way, makes candles. It is called Flicker of Time. She's on Etsy, and we have a little store here at the shop. So if you guys are in the area and want to stop by, feel free to. We have candles and some charcuterie boards and stuff for sale. But anyway, back to the video. We are right now, I am pulling it up on Carveco and turning it into a G code, meaning that it is all the numbers and all that fancy stuff that gets put into the masso and tells the masso what areas to cut and where to cut and all that fun jazz. We're powering up the masso now. Dad here is helping. He is putting the bit in. Now, we kind of go by, I like to say, a ½ inch above the cutting part of the bit is where you place your bit. Now, if there is any comments on that or any better ideas, I would love to hear them, so please share them. But here he is tightening it, and we're getting ready to put the piece on it and everything. But yeah, the CNC is, so far we're still learning the software and everything, but this is great to start off with, something small and fun, something for mom. Here we have a sticker that goes onto your board, supposedly to help for after your carve, you can paint it, and it won't bleed, like the paint won't bleed through it. So Dad is putting that on to the 9x11 barnwood piece of wood we have, which is actually oak. It is painted. I believe it's a white with like a Van Dyke brown glaze on it. So Dad's putting on there, and he's going to be pushing that down and trying to make sure it's nice and secure on that piece of wood. Now, if anybody has ideas on different tapes or different things to use for this purpose after carving, painting, so it doesn't bleed through, I would love to hear your feedback on that. I'm getting ready to put the SD card in, not SD card. I'm getting ready to put the thumb drive in so we can download that G code onto the masso here. And right here it is loading on the bottom right. Underneath load is showing that it's loading, and there it is showing the project that it's getting ready to cut and all the moves that the CNC will be doing. The way I put the material onto the board or onto the surface is it's pretty much just painter's tape on each piece of the wood, and then I have Zap-A-Gap glue or Star Bond would work that I put on one side of the glue or of the tape, and then spray on to help heal or cure it quickly. Then you just push those together and hold it down for like 5 seconds, and it's cure and ready to go. So that is how it's firmed down. We also use the old method of a paper with zeroing out the Z. So keep moving your paper until it starts hitting resistance, and then you zero it out for your thickness, or so your bit knows where your piece is. And also the XY is being zeroed in right now into the corner of the piece, so it also knows where to go and how deep to go. Putting the extract on there, put the grizzly on. Like I said, we haven't had problems with the grizzly yet so far, so thank you for that grizzly. And no, they are not a sponsor. I just am a grizzly lover for some reason. I guess I just like their quality and everything. But here again, Dad is loading up the file, and he is getting ready to turn the machine on so we can start cutting this project out. And here you can see it is started. And it starts with like a 0.04 millimeter depth, and then it goes more and more to a 1/4 inch deep. I believe this project here with that, it took about 2 hours and 15 minutes roughly. So I am obviously not going to let you guys sit here for all that time, but we will definitely come back to it when it is finished. and yeah, just see how good it did for the first cut. One thing we had noticed when we were cutting, the table was wobbly. It is the table that we bought from Onefinity, and yeah, it just, with the movement and everything, it just tends to wobble a lot and move around a lot. So if anybody has any ideas why that's happening and how to fix it or what to do to improve it, I would love to hear about it. But other than that, it did nice cuts, and we were happy with it. Here's a little video or a little idea of the wobbly part of it. But yeah, it just kept on going back and forth, which I understand. It moves around and stops and goes quickly, but not sure if it's quite supposed to move around like that. But if you all have any ideas, definitely feel free to leave those in the comment. Like I said, I'm not going to let you watch this entire thing. You have better things to do. But here we are the next day, coming down to see what the CNC did. And yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm happy for it, definitely being the first piece, how it turned out. There's obviously things we can definitely improve and will improve. One being that we used a 30-degree bit for this project, and I think it would have been better to use a 60-degree bit, help clean out those pieces like the flowers and stuff. Also, another thing that I noticed, the tape does not or did not work as planned. It didn't like to stay on. The bit kind of tore it apart, which you'll see soon. But yeah, it really didn't do a very good job. Definitely not going to be able to fill that in with paint this time. Not sure why it tore up. I'm pretty sure that was special tape made for this specifically. But here's Dad. He's getting ready to take the tape off. By the way, Dad is also part of the CNC. He's all involved in the CNC, and he's going to be doing amazing projects for the garden he has. It's called a Psalms 23 garden. It's going to be a walk-through garden. If anybody is interested, feel free to come over and see through that. It's still in the workings, but we're getting there. But yeah, he is involved in the CNC business, and we are looking to do a lot of projects for the garden and other things he has ideas on, as well as the slabs that I would like to do for Beneath the Bark Wood Shop. Paper peeled off decent. It wasn't too bad to take off the paper. A couple little things got stuck on the little dots and circles and stuff, but that's pretty standard for that. So it's just a little time consuming to take the tape off. But other than that, like I said, first project, I am very happy on how it turned out. Dad was very happy on how it turned out. Again, there's things that we will change, and that's just part of learning the CNC and Carve Code Maker software, and just knowing what your bits are capable of doing is also a big thing. There's so many different bits for so many different things. So yeah, it's just going to take some time, and I hope you guys stick with us through it to see the progress we come up with, and also video wise, hopefully that'll improve too. I know it's not very good, but again, just starting up on this, so in the future it'll start to get better. There's Dad's pointing out a couple of the spots that we were wishing I did a little better on, but again, I believe that's because of the 30-degree bit, but instead of the 60. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and God bless, and have a good time.